Hello there. My name is Sensei, otherwise known as Raymond. Either way, namaste. It's a pleasure as always to be with you on this day. And on this topic, I would like to go into the concepts of the veil that's over us. Just literally the veil that's over us. And target this particular conversation and description as detailed and as briefly as I can on that matrix. Um, and our view and what's right in front of us and the corporations and foundations making this deal possible and making the change that's going to come in the next year or two. I'm an optimist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what I hope. But nevertheless, it's everywhere. There's signs. We can feel it, especially the empaths and the ones that are here for the same reason that I am. As well, that's why I'm here. And as well, others. So, first of all, everything in the media, as I've told you, and this is going to be brief, but everything you know is basically what you hear is filtered. And honestly, half of it is a lie, if not more. First off, let me make that understood. Okay? There's very little that we can actually trust that's given to us, that's controlled. Even our internet. We can only access so much of our internet. Even this laptop right now, I would need another software to access even more. And whether I do or do not, that's out of the question. Point being is we're limited. We are not even allowed to go past a certain point. Either way. We can't even go to Antarctica if we wanted to. Why is that? There's a there's a reason. That's the one place where all basically the nations have agreed for a treaty, and no one but military personnel at or higher is allowed there. What's that about? That's just one of the concepts here. And please understand that, and please remove the veil from your eyes, please. Again, remove that veil in front of your eyes because there's so much more than what your eyes can see. And I please invite you, encourage you to understand this concept and to feel it within yourselves and your heart and your mind. Because it's all been a plot from the very beginning to make us believe what is presented to us. And as many scholars have said, and even Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla have said in their own ways, you must seek the truth for yourself. You can't just believe everything you're told from the very beginning. It's not our parents' fault. It's not their parents' fault. But from the very beginning, it's been a plot to program us with a thought. And that's, first of all, we need to remove everything we know in a way, physically, and help us evolve spiritually. As I have said in my previous videos, there's two parts of us, and it's almost a battle at the beginning, and some of us have it better controlled than others, and while others are just losing it completely. The battle of our temporal physical selves and our spiritual higher selves, and that clash of we're here for a reason, but our mammalian brain just wants to get distracted and or can get distracted very easily and go into easily a form of cognitive dissonance, and or just even if they're aware, they don't care. When we are here for a reason, we're beings of the universe. So, with that said, say for example the government knew this from a long time ago, they try to cover this up and control everything, all across the world. That's where the term New World Order comes in, because they are going to try New World Order. That is a fact. It's not a conspiracy. That is a fact. You can research it everywhere. They have made literal camps. Why have they made camps? I mean, there's been papers signed already. In case of catastrophic events, we can literally be removed from our houses. There's already been papers signed that they can take away our guns. There's already been evidence of false flag events. And riots are happening on the other side of the world in France, and I can go and in parts of Europe that the media is not covering. Things are getting worse worldwide, and we think we're safe here in America. We're not completely. We're strong. We're united, but there's more to it than we think, and we're not going to realize it. Most of us are not going to realize it until it's right there. It's in a snap, boom. Great change is coming, and I'm going to tell you the foundations of it. Washington, D.C., right there, first of all. Okay, it has a lot to do with it. They have in house one of the largest militaries and intelligences, and they support everything what the Vatican does. Okay, now the Vatican has to do a lot with it as well. Am I downing spirituality? No, spirituality is real. What religion has corrupted spirituality so they can kill in the name of Jesus, in the name of God, so they can kill and make it their way. They have used, and it's been proven that they have used to their benefit and altered parts of the Bible, which was not supposed to be done. Again, it was not meant to be done. And some out there will not agree with me or want to agree with me. It's sad. It's true. I wish it was not true, but it is true. Our Bibles have been tampered with, and there's evidence of this. Whether it be from physical rewriting of it and or the Mandela effect, which is happening right here, right now in this age. It's being altered. Extremely altered. To question our beliefs, to question our resolve. It's all part of our plot. It's all part of that plot. The Vatican and, the Pope himself. And I'm going to say this about the popes. Every single time they're inaugurated, they have to go into a very secret, and I've said this in another video, a room of tears, as it's called, and or the Vatican archives, which is literally a miles long worth of knowledge of what they hide from the public. That's pretty much saying right there. They've even admitted that they removed chapters from the Bible. If you really do your research, and you look within a heart, you don't even need to do your research physically. Look within your heart and say, no, this is not right. This is wrong. Something's wrong. And we need to stand up. We do need to stand up because something's going to happen soon, my brothers and sisters. And that's a fact. And I wish it was not so. But that's true. And it has a lot to do with the banks, corporations, wanting to make all money as one. I believe London has a lot to do with it as well because they have a lot to do with finances and bank management. One of the largest corporations there. But it goes along with different corporations all over the world. And mainly these three concepts, the bank, in concept with religion, and then our military and our politics. That's why I say it blends in. And then that's why they've wanted our pineal glands, dumbed down and numbed down from the very beginning. This was thought of from the very beginning. So we cannot see with an open mind of what's really going on. So they can give us subliminal messages. So they can put food, tamper with our food, not even correct food, most of it, and that's why it's kind of amazing yet horrible at the same time because life really is an adventure. It's a journey. It really is because there's more to it that we know. It's one of the grandest lies of all. The concept of our pineal gland, and it goes more into it. Why have they tried to numb us down as a whole? Because what they're doing is a plot and has a lot to do with CERN. CERN is another one in Europe. I believe, as I've stated before, roughly it translates to the European Research Center for Nuclear Research, basically. Not in that order, but that's what they do. They study nuclear particles and mass acceleration, and the God particle, which they have already discovered that. a while back, and it coincides with what the Mayans predicted. They even predicted that the Hadron Collider would be predicted. Even in parts of the Bible, the Hadron Collider you can roughly say was predicted. You know, and I believe this. There is prophecy, and mankind wishes to usher in his own prophecy of destruction and a new world order. And this is a fact that CERN wishes incorporation, and it coincides with the Vatican, with the banks, with our politics, with everything they're doing, with the camps being built, with the papers they've signed, with them literally trying to cause us to riot. An ex-Navy SEAL reported this in Fox News not too long ago, that what they want, part of what they want, is they want us to make an uproar. They want any excuse. And this is why many people think these shootings, in Orlando recently, was just to cause an uproar, for example. You know, do I know personally? No, I don't. But either way, that was horrible, and that's part of what's happening. It's part of the change. Either way, whether it was caused from within or outside, either way, it coincides with what I'm saying. Change is coming. It's going to keep on coming. And it's only going to keep on getting worse. There needs to be a resistance. There needs to be a plan in order. We don't have to submit. CERN literally houses the most complex, most expensive machine and largest machine on Earth. And it can accelerate particles that no one else even fathoms. It can literally have the power, as they've even said, to create wormholes, and that's their agenda, to recreate the Big Bang and to literally open up wormholes in dimensions. Why? And another thing to consider is in front of their building is very expensive, mind you. So why would scientists build, or at least pay to build, an expensive statue of Shiva, which is known as the god or goddess of destruction? Why? Why is it called the guard particle when most scientists refer to themselves as atheists? Why are they so determined in opening a portal and or a dimension? Now, it's already been proven that the Mandela effect is being altered and being rippled, and it's causing everything and glitches in our matrix already, as it is. CERN has a lot to do with that, and every single time they do a run test, whether they know it or not, it messes with the plane that we're on. It messes with our reality. Whatever they're doing out there, it is. That's why there's these glitches now. That's why there's and there's always been glitches that people can notice, but it's been getting more statistically, they've been going up, and even possessions now are getting more up. There is forces out there, I believe, that they're either willingly or unwillingly leashing upon the world. Does it have to do with their new world order? I don't know. But I'm just telling you the facts here. What you do with those facts is up to you. But I know as a fact that there's something going on. Do you understand that concept? And I know you do. Something's going on. Something strange, something wrong, something horrible. And they've even recently just quoted yesterday in a news article that I found, as I'm always researching and I'm always directed to forms of information, and I usually have a knack for finding things and people that I need to. And found across an article that they were just happy to announce, and I just had a feeling just yesterday to find it right on the date they released it. Like I said, follow your feelings, follow your intuition. I've basically mastered that. Can I do better? Of course. There's no end. You keep on. The point being, I follow that feeling to look into CERN in their latest update. And they say, quote for quote, in late 2016, they're going to do a new run test that, quote for quote, can reveal unthinkable, unfathomable results. And they've even gone on to say that what they're messing with, dark matter, they don't even have a clue basically what it does and what they're messing with. And why such the drive for this as scientists if there was not a plot of some sort in conjunction with everything going on? It all connects once you look at it from a bigger scale, from just your two eyes. A good meditation I love to do is a simple astral meditation where you're able to see things from detach from your emotion, detach from yourself, meditate, and then see things from a grander scale because you're limited if you're only seeing it from these pair of eyes. See things from a grander scale. See things from above and below, not just from your physical eyes, because these can fool you. Use the detachment meditation, and what it briefly means by that is literally that. It's not literally astral projection. It helps. It's like a cousin of it. You're able to see things from a grander scale because you're seeing it from a displacement of your body. You're not seeing it with ego anymore. You're not seeing it with fear or anger. You're able to analyze better. You're seeing it from outside of your body. That perspective. You're not literally outside of your body, but you reach a point of, okay, that makes sense. My regular eyes wouldn't catch that. But that's where your higher self kicks in. Exactly. You're tuning into your higher self. So once you tune into your higher self, you start to see things from a broader angle. And that's what they have tried to dumb us down from, tuning into our higher self, because our higher self knows what's going on. And it's ironic because they know that there's a spirit within us and they hide it and they want to manipulate it to their benefit. Don't let that happen. They're going to somehow, in some shape, way, and form, whether it be metaphorically or physically. Remember, it could be symbolic, but they're going to try to put some kind of mark on us, on our forehead or hand. Now, me personally, I don't know what that means. It could be, many people think it's physical. They're going to literally put a chip, and they have the technology. They do, mind you. They do have the technology to put a chip inside us, and they could order us. Honestly, they could right now order us to get a mandated chip. And that's interesting and horrible, by the way. They would know exactly everything we're doing, exactly where we are, and we're owned. Literally. You know, we wouldn't even need an ID card anymore. And it would function as so much more than that. So much more. I don't know if that's what it is literally. It could be metaphorically. It could be symbolic. But you'll know it when the time comes. And like I say, it all is a plot that these different branches of powerful governments and powerful foundations have tried to throw a veil over us and say, basically, this is how it's going to be. We need new leaders in this world, or else they're going to take the reins from us, as they are already slowly. I don't think we've had a true leader in a long time. Or leaders. We've had manipulators. People that manipulate with tactics. Whom can we trust when it's proven that all they've done is lies behind our backs with these papers and literal statues and literal proof of physical proof? You know, why is it that military weaponry and military vehicles have been already shipped to many police departments? I mean, why is it that, many papers have been signed already in case of catastrophic events this, in case of catastrophic events that? What do they know? What are they preparing for? What do they know that we don't know? Why is it that NASA recently funded $1 million to see how would it affect humans on a grand scale if they admitted that aliens were real? And this is a fact. You can Google that. You can research this. There's a lot of things happening. Why is that? Why is that? NASA paid that much money to be done on a fund, on a group of people, maybe 500, 1,000, give or take. I don't know the exact number of people, but to see how they would react if NASA told them that aliens do exist and these people are Christians or Catholics. The point of the study is how would it affect people with strong religion to suddenly say aliens are real all of a sudden. Basically, why? Why all these things at once? What order are they going to do it in? I don't know, but it all coincides with something, you know? And you have to connect the dots and not be so distracted by your own physical life. Physical, because there's also your spiritual self. And once you unite your physical and your spiritual self, like yin and yang, you can do your mission so much better. We're all here for a reason to lift this veil, and especially the ones that I'm reaching out to or can reach out to. The ones with that higher calling that I've always known from day one and or picks it up later on that there's something going on, or I'm here for an actual reason, not just to do a job as a secretary or a doctor. And of course, I'm not saying these aren't bad jobs, but no, there's more to it than just that, than just conformity. You have to go against the current sometimes to find the truth. There's more to it than what's going on. There's going to be great change soon. I'm hoping not too soon, but if that's the case, then we have to do our best as one. We can't give up. Giving up is not an option. This is why I'm here, and this is why many others are here too. We're scattered, but we're strong as one. Understand this. This affects us globally. Not just in America, or in Australia, or in China. This will affect us globally. You can see it in the elections, in the politics, and you can see the signs everywhere. In the Mandela effect, at CERN, why so many secrets with NASA, with the Vatican, with banks. It's all tied in, these corporations. Find the answer for yourself. Find the others that are connected to you. Decalcify your pineal gland and know there's a higher truth and a higher agenda out there, and you're part of this. And we're entering this part of unveiling. There's not an end, no, but there is going to be change. Great change. My name is Raymond, otherwise known as Sensei. Much love and respect. Thank you for listening to me. That is the basis of this video. Seek the impossible. Never give up. Keep on keeping on. And see with your heart and mind and realize you're here for a reason. Don't get distracted. Namaste.